so when we get to the drop, so we got some cool things going on here. We got something that I've never tried before, is having this like really crazy, like this really unnerving, like screechy monster sound, like right here on the snare. It just, when I was making this drop, I didn't have that, and my main focus of the drop was this metallic pluck sound. That's what I worked on first. That was what I built the drop around, because when I had the idea for this drop, when I was sound designing, I made that sound and I thought, oh, this sound is really cool. I made a couple different variations of that sound, and I ended up going with this specific one here, which consists of both the top and the bottom. And without the bottom. And just the bottom. Yeah, so I built the entire drop around that, and when I was done, let's see how it sounds without that other sound. See, without that other sound, you can actually hear this crunch noise that I put on the clap. And when I made that other sound and put it on the clap, I realized that that crunch was kind of lost. And I thought, well, if you listen carefully, it's not really lost. I really like the way that the crunch sound combines with this other sound, so I left that alone. Yeah, so without this sound, I knew there was something missing. I knew that I had something going here. I knew I had a solid foundation, but something was bothering me. Like, I get like that all the time when I make drops. I can have a really good drop going, and until I got every single piece together, something's gonna bother me. I felt like that throughout this entire drop, and this was actually, this sound that plays on the clap, that is the very last sound that I added. It was like fitting the entire puzzle together and then realizing that there was one piece of the puzzle that was missing, and then I added this sound and I was like, that is crazy. That sound makes up as much of the song as that metallic pluck does. And I didn't even plan for it to be like that. I thought the metallic pluck was going to be like the main sound. This part right here, that little break with the ambience, that happened on accident. This whole thing was filled. There was no break at all, and I was moving stuff around, and the pad was in the background, and I deleted the stuff off this pad, and it just sounded really, really cool just leaving it like that. This pad actually, it's not a different pad from what's playing in the background. It is actually it's from one pad. It goes from this sound, and then it continues to this one. Let's see, maybe I did chop it up a little bit. Let's see. Did I? I don't think I did. Let's see. No, I didn't. It goes directly into it. So yeah, it sounds like it's from a different pad, but it's actually from the same one. Yeah, so that's something I've always did since day one, is I've always stuck really creepy pads in the background. You know, just because without something being in the background of the drop, it just feels really empty. Like if I take these pads away, extremely empty. Like, listen to that. It sounds good, but it is way, way, way too empty. So I got that pad, and let's see, what was this one? I forgot. Yeah, this one, see, this one was even lower than this one. Here they are together. So here's just the first pad, and here's the second pad, which sits really nice underneath that other pad, And this second pad is low enough to where you really don't even notice it in the song unless you're listening for it, but I'll play it right now and then I'll take it away and then I'll put it back and you'll notice when it's gone, but when it's there you won't really notice it as much. See, you can tell already that it's not there. When it is there, you can't really hear it though. But you can definitely tell that it's missing. And even though it is at a lower frequency than this other one, it does not interfere with the bass at all because, of course, I'm going to high pass it so that it doesn't interfere with the bass. But yeah, so there's that. And then for the second drop, of course, I went and put the screech in the background. Which, yeah, that's something I've pretty much done since day one. I've always put a screech in the background during the second part of the drop. I just think it gives the second drop more energy, so I think it sounds really cool. And with the second drop, actually, let's see here. So with the second drop, I basically copied and pasted the first part of the drop, and then I kind of filled in. I filled in a few pieces, or did I? Yeah, I did. I filled in a few pieces, and then I added an additional layer, over on top of it, so it sounds even more filled out. Even if we mute the screech right here, it's nice. It layered so nicely together. I was really happy with the way that turned out. And yeah, then it goes to the break. Finally get to the break over here, and it fades out as this, I have a growl, and the growl goes down into reverb. It sounds like this. So what I did was I faded out the growl, or did I? No, I didn't bother this time. Usually I do. Usually when something goes into reverb, what I do is I take the original dry single. Well, first I hook it up to another track, and then I have the dry single on the one track, and then I have the wet single on the other track. Then I'll sample the dry, and then I'll sample the wet, and I will fade out the dry as the wet fades in. So with this one, I didn't bother. I thought that the growl just sounded good just the way it is right now. And to make room though, I actually did fade in the reverb. So in isolation, it sounds like this. So yeah, it goes into the reverb, and then I faded in the rain and stuff so that it kind of didn't get in the way of the reverb at first. So that sounds like this. Since I faded in the rain on the second part, I thought maybe I should also fade it in at the beginning. I did have these envelopes over here, but then I decided, you know what, it just sounds better starting out with the volume all the way up at the beginning for the rain. Because if you listen, you can hear thunder in the background. It starts out like as the thunder is striking. And I thought that was really cool, and if I fade it in like that, then it's kind of lost. You can still hear it, but it doesn't sound like, I don't know, it does sound good like that too, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to leave it at full volume at the beginning and then fade it in during the second part, and yeah, that is about it.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and comment, subscribe, and check out our other videos.